Thanks for joining me here at the Learning Landscape Garden here behind the Extension building. I wanted to take care of some housekeeping to begin with, and that is for those of you new to Citrus County or new to Florida. Throughout Florida we have water restrictions that need to be complied with that are set by the Water Management District. Here in Citrus County we can water twice a week, and we encourage you to follow the restrictions, but as temperatures cool, really twice a week is probably more than is required. The University of Florida really encourages us during the cool season of the year to really water once every 14 days, which is really what's necessary. As temperatures cool, plants are not actively growing, they require less water due to the fact that there's less evaporation that occurs in the cooler temperatures. So really watering twice a week is only necessary when plants are actively growing. The other thing that's required for those of us with automatic irrigation systems is to make sure you have an operational rain sensor. A rain sensor restricts the amount of water to be applied after rainfall. It shuts your irrigation system down, and that's really required by Florida law. So with those two things said, as temperatures cool here in the fall and winter in Florida, we really want to reduce our water consumption, and I encourage people to shut their irrigation systems off and manually operate their irrigation system. Your lawn will tell you when it needs the water. It'll look drought. You'll see your footprints as you walk through your lawn. Will kind of stay there for a few moments, and your lawn will tell you when it needs water, and that's really when you need to irrigate. The University of Florida encourages a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of water to be applied, and that's really enough water to penetrate 6 to 10 inches in our sandy soils. So that is really all the water that's necessary. When plants aren't actively growing, they don't require as much water. Evaporation is low, so the water hangs around for a lot longer. During the cooler season, if you apply too much water, you could be asking for trouble with fungus and insect infestations as well. So we try to reduce the amount of water that we apply during the cool season. Also, the frequency. If you cut your irrigation system back, it's better to cut back the days that you water rather than reduce the duration of the time that the water is applied. That is information the University of Florida provides us to have healthy lawns here in Central Florida. The other thing I talk about too with manual operation in cool seasons, we try to anticipate freeze events. Really, we see on television a lot of agricultural folks applying a lot of water during freeze events, but with your ornamental landscape, it's best to make sure it's turned off. If a freeze event is predicted, it's best not to water at all. We encourage these practices, Florida-friendly practices, to reduce the amount of water that's applied to our landscape. I want to let people know we've got two types of irrigation heads that we use in the landscape. Typically, this is a rotor head. This is the irrigation head that covers your large turf areas. Usually it sprays 25 to 30 feet. And this is a shrub spray head, typically used in small areas of turf or in shrub beds. These two type of heads, we never want to mix these heads in the landscape due to the fact that one area will be over applied or one area will be under applied. These need to be used on separate zones so that the precipitation rate that is applied is accurate. Seasonally, we get a lot of rainfall in the state of Florida, and we encourage people to measure that rainfall. That lets us know how much rain is naturally falling. In our irrigation systems, we need to consider as supplemental water. That's additional water applied to sustain our plants. If you have additional questions, you can contact the Extension Service at 527-5700 Monday through Friday. We have master gardeners and assistants available to answer your questions. Please contact us if you have questions.